Alright, this will be a pretty quick video on installing smoked side markers on the 2019 Kawasaki ZX6R 636. I actually did a somewhat disjointed job of filming the different components because I ran into some trouble with the wiring on the particular model that I bought. But the gist of the installation, and this is important because I almost took the track of moving all these side panels, is just removing these two plastic pieces underneath the front of the bike right above the fender. There's a bunch of the plastic pop rivets where you push the center of the pop rivet in and then the whole unit pops out. There's about six on each side. Once you pop those out, everything just comes out. And then you have easy access to both of these turn signals, which just has 3 Phillips head screws. That's pretty easy to remove and replace. So let me show you quickly what I did to get this, and I think the look is much better than the stock clear ones that just didn't look nearly as nice with all of the black that I have on the bike, as well as the smoked front screen. I had actually ordered smoked turn signals once previously, and it actually came out as like a rose color, and that just didn't look nearly as good as this one does in the smoked color. But I really like the construction of this one more than the other one. Also, I like how it comes with this faux connector for a regular bulb, so that everything fits in neatly, and then it has LEDs inside instead of the actual incandescent bulb. So let's get this on the bike and see what these LEDs look like. Alright, so of course, as soon as I compliment their design, I realize that it actually sucks, because this fake bulb that they have the 2 knobs at either end in a 180 degree format, and the one that comes on the bike is slightly less than 180 degrees. It's like 150 degrees. So this doesn't fit into the slot that this bulb is supposed to go in. Anyway, I'm actually just going to cut these off and put a different set of plugs on. I'll do one side first to make sure that it looks good. And if I do have a problem, I can always just solder the original connectors back onto the bike. Alright, so this project has become much more involved than it needs to be, and for that reason I don't recommend buying these. I do think that the difference in this 180 degree versus this 150 degree bulb may be because in certain countries where this bulb is white, that may be where it's straight like that versus the orange one where it's slightly offset so that you can't put a white bulb into this otherwise. But if you are in North America where you have this orange bulb, at least, I don't recommend this setup unless you want to make some of these modifications that I'm going to try to make. So, alright, so that ended up being way more involved than it needed to be, but I do have the wires coming through and soldered with heat shrink tubing, and it has the rubber plugs on both sides so that I can put this in like this, and nice and sealed. So now let's get this on the bike and see how it looks. So I've got my newly wired side marker ready to put back in. This is the smoked one. To get access to it though is actually a lot simpler than I thought. The first time I was going to do it, I was looking at taking off all the side panels to get here, but it turns out there's actually just a plastic fairing here at the front of the bike that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 push clips that go up. Just these little deals that you push the center and it pops them out, and then you push them back this way to reset them to put them back in. Anyway, after you pull those out, it just pops out altogether. There's also a little wire clip that you need to release the wires that it's keeping track of up here at the top. But other than that, this piece just pops out, and then you have easy access to the turn signal. So here's a quick comparison between the stock signal that we still have on the right side and the smoke signal that we just installed on the left side.